You guys have your gun on your back.
Looks like
you gotta drop the gun. It won't let you surrender.
There you go.
And now I'm facing the wrong way.
You have to back up as far as possible.
That's okay, Qantas. I only armed once before.
Alright. That's good-ish.
Is that? Oh, really? Yes.
Well, let's
Alright,
finish this one. As opposed to the last one.
Field execution time, I feel.
Yes.
Quick, excuse me, Kurt. I need you to end the mission right now.
Yep.
Yep.
No.
3 hours, 59 minutes.
Not bad. That's not so bad.
4 hours and 14 minutes.
Oh.
Well,
we didn't start right away.
Early.
That's what Qantas was talking about.
I mean, freaking 5-minute lunchtime, and then I don't know, 15 minutes game.
Bad.
Good game, guys. I got
Fucking
game.
Fucking Bob.
Oh, thank
was
Christ I
amazing.
don't have to translate anymore. Jesus. Every time I said something, he actually said something to me in whisper. Like, when I was I wasn't just making that shit up. He was whispering to me, and I had to translate what he said to everyone else, and then he would bleat once, so everyone assumed he did. So, like, when you're like, the Admiral, no, he was actually saying, the Admiral decides that he wants to lead the convoy.
God damn it, Lucas.
That was so good. That was so fucking good.
Is there a mod for armor that lets turned out crew members use binoculars?
Fox is playing around with something to make that
I
happen.
need that.
Oh, you know what? Oh, Lumps, I'm so sorry. We forgot to give you the wire cutters we brought all the way from the start.
I had to drop them, unfortunately.
Quex had them.
I had
Forgot
to
give them to you.
I dropped it for Nukla, and then
Oh, you
That-
did?
we
Oh,
teleported out before I could drop
I
it.
actually do feel a little better doing that.
Who's in...
For the work.
What,
That's
did you
nothing.
kick? Oh, you
Yeah, he
kicked
kicked me.
Kurt, didn't you?
Do you forget the fact
I
you had
kicked
to deal
Kurt,
with-
Lucas, and Ollie.
Why?
So, Husen, you had to deal with nothing compared to what Qantas and Fatty Rob had to deal with. They had to deal with it for like 3 hours of me
They
and
weren't
I-
expecting it. When we spawned at the beginning, they were like, wait, but where's the Admiral?
And then
Ollie, please tell me you recorded her to start
I
the game.
got everything. I may not got the very first reaction because I wasn't expecting it either. I never started recording from the start because what
You tend,
nothing
yeah,
ever
'cause it's going
happens.
to be dead air. Right.
And then I log in and me, Fatty Rob, and Quanta's like, is the Admiral a sheep? And then he does that. He goes, bah, and we're like, oh no.
Yeah, I discovered that in the middle of the first A10 fucking...
How?
How did you know
I
that?
spectated over.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cheating.
I thought you couldn't do it. What a cheater.
What the hell else was I gonna do?
Not cheat.
I spent 10 minutes dead.
Yes, same here.
Cheater.
Oh,
And he
that's
said
so
no.
sad.
I tried to revive you, and
That
you
was
said
so
no.
funny,
Shoot
though.
down the plane.
Like,
We were
seeing the
standing-
A10.
We were standing on the roof of the villa at that point. I was hoping that you up on the hill were going to look for your binoculars and just be
We
like,
did actually see you.
Is that a sheep on the fucking roof?
I saw the sheep.
I didn't see you on the rooftop, but I did see you out in the field a little while later when we dealt with the A10. I was like, oh god.
I saw the sheep, but I thought, no,
That's crazy.
I must be tired. That's not a sheep.
You know what really annoyed me?
God bless.
I don't know, driving like 4 BMDs from the fob back to the mission area?
Yeah, no,
That
the
would annoy me
last.
if I were you, Matt.
You know what I did the last time? I just got the AI driver. I told him on the map, moved there, and went AFK, did some choirs, put some sheets on my bed, and did some other stuff because I didn't want to do it a third time.
Lumps, I have a picture there for you. That's the initial picture.
I've been
I have the
showing
second
that
pictures for
picture
you.
from Justin.
Who's in
I've
the
been
gun
showing
at
that
Kurt?
picture.
Who's in the gun at Kurt?
So, Fatty Rob and Qantas, they did a good prisoner job for about an hour, and then they just stopped. They stopped prisoning. And so I escaped
Well, it's a
twice
hard-
and came back. I left and came back, just walked off and came back on my own. And they didn't even notice I was gone. They're like, where did you go?
we
I was
know.
I'm sure Kurt thought it was going to take me less than 3 hours to get there.
To be fair,
Tell
something
tell
like that.
Tell them what you were doing, what the defense strategy was.
I didn't expect the A10 fucking to occur.
Did you expect us to use the stingers? Yes.
Yeah,
were they out of ammo? I'm pretty sure they were.
No, they weren't out of ammo. They have infinite ammo. The thing is, the first time one takes a bullet from an A10, it's useless.
Or maybe then I have destroyed them, because I shot...
I think you destroyed one. But one of them did work. And
one of
like
them
when
got hit.
I got into the stinger because nobody else was running for it. As the A10 was coming in, I got it halfway around when I got...
Yeah, Fletcher was in it earlier, but I was like, no, wait for the order to do it. And in retrospect, we probably should have just done it. That would have prevented a lot of fucking...
Well, they were going to get it earlier, and then that Striker squad kind of fucked our day up.
Qantas probably won't like what I'm about to say, but we got really bored about 2 hours into it, and so I decided on a strategy, and then I realized that they had uncuffed me at one point, and
because the cuffs didn't work.
Yeah, they totally did. That mean, what happens when I'm uncuffed? I can totally search every unit in the area. I could, if I was a jerk, just take their gun and shoot you, but like.
You mean like how you took the M107 off the sniper?
You told me to. No,
I did.
You can't pull that. You told me to. You were like, do that. And I was like, are you sure? And you're like, do it. I'm like, okay.
You told me you wanted to, so I'm like, okay, fine. You turn that on me, I'll shoot you.
Don't pull this on me. But anyway, so I decided that, hey, if they're not watching me, which they weren't, they would go to the roof and look out at you guys for like an hour. So I was just walking around. So I decided to steal all the ammo from every AI I could see in the area and collect it on the top floor in a corner, and see how long I could do it before they noticed.
That pile. Yeah, we found your stash.
About like 3 hours in, I hear Qantas go, "Hey, what's with all this ammo on the top floor?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then Fenderop's like, "I don't know, it's probably mine." I'm like, "Oh yes,
probably mine."
I was like, "Yes, it's working." And so I think I got like 7 units with no ammo by the end of that. And so, I imagine when you guys roll in, you'd see these AI trying to shoot you, and they just go click, 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 click. Because of that was, that's what I entertained myself with for like an hour, because no one was watching me, and you guys were just like looking at like the A10 gun runs.
Because it's impossible to watch 2 people when you only have 2 people and plan a defense.
Well, one of them's not going to be going anywhere very quickly.
Lump snuck off more than Ollie did.
Because you weren't watching him.
But we'd watch him, and like 2 seconds later, he was gone.
Well, it's because you weren't watching him.
He was so bad at it. Like we would just.
I needed
like,
to go and graze, and walk in on that river. At one point, I straight out walked out to the river to have a drink, and then came back.
Yeah, I remember that. Everyone's like, "Where'd Lumps go?" And I'm like, "I don't know." It's like, and they're like, and they just were like, well, do we find him? I guess. And then he sort of wanders back. Like, where'd you go? He's like, I went to have a drink. I'm back now.
So, Ollie, when you asked him, you did it over Acre, right? So they heard you ask him, and I presume his response to you was whispered, so they didn't hear that.
Yeah,
for
the first hour, I didn't talk to the two
guards
or Qantas at all. I only spoke through Ollie.
I mean, for the first 2 hours.
Yeah, and then when they separated us, I got incredibly agitated and just started like screaming and cursing at Fatty.
It was like, bad, fuck you back! Which is what he would do. And I was like, what are you doing? Also, someone totally murderized both Fuddy Rob really well, because I was looking directly at him when that happened. And you killed Qantas, like, he's got his hands up and someone, like, guns him down.
Yeah, someone shot me, I bandaged myself, and then someone else shot me.
I saved you again, Qantas. I saved you.
Mine was the first one. But someone else...
I saved you, Qantas.
Thanks.
But Qantas, I only shot you in the shin. And then I went off and did other stuff.
And then you dragged someone away.
Yeah.
The guy I gunned down with my saw.
Then I dragged...
that was you!
Okay,
you
also...
fucker!
No, he was like, I'll surrender. And as he's deciding whether to surrender, he's like fucking gunning people down with his sword. He's just he's like, should I surrender? He kills another guy. I
only shot at one person, the rest was just suppressive fire.
You fucking murdered me!
Well, you were sitting right in the open, what can I say?
Because my legs were broken, because we had to run past a fucking tank with RPGs as our only defense. Like, we just had regular heats. I did.
Well,
So I got a question.
Quacks, I tried to get it. I was at the first time. I was in a good shooting position, but my air driver just totally. And then the second time I got there, it was already destroyed.
Oh,
So, Quantus, I got a question for you, since this is the first time I've ever done this in a game, and I really like the idea of it. I hope we do a lot more of it. How did you guys think of the high command stuff? Did you make any use of that at all?
I didn't get to use
oh
it.
yeah.
Someone
I
definitely
didn't
used
have
it because that striker rolled up on us on that mountain.
Yeah,
I was the high
Yeah,
command
and
unit.
Rob was talking
Rob
about that.
shoved the striker up your ass while you were being engaged by the A-10.
Yeah.
I saw
They
that.
build
Wow.
out, and they build
What an
out.
asshole.
Rob is like, so Rob's like, oh shit, that A10's coming in. I reckon I could sneak the fucking striker up behind them while they're getting attacked. We're like, you're an asshole. You're an absolute asshole.
So how's the high
Oh,
command?
God.
Wait, what was high command? Just wondering.
You essentially just control AI units.
Yes, some of the AI units were in direct control of
Oh.
the
We
prisoner.
actually had 2 strikers, but one of them apparently hit a wall and blew up.
Thank you, base god.
Yeah.
That
Did
seems
you control
reasonable.
the Abrams? Did you control the Abrams?
They did
I don't
not.
think so, no.
That was just stationed there. And it was
That
just-
wasn't that.
But it seemed like you guys liked the idea of the... So it wouldn't let you do that, Quantus?
No, I didn't have control.
Weird. It must only be group leader thing then. I thought both
Yeah.
units were synced to it, but whatever.
They were both.
It was pretty
you
awesome.
guys
Around
liked
the,
idea of it then.
yeah, it was pretty good. But around the
Right.
time Ollie broke his legs on the door, he decided to
Oh, tell
go
us about
searching
this.
around all the units and stuff to find the medkit. So he crawls up to the Abrams, and that's when I guess it spotted you and shot at you with its tank shell.
Overpressure galore.
Needless to say, he started crawling back in a hurry.
So
There
you
were a
also
few
said,
curse
you
words.
said Ollie and Lumps both died once due to...
So they were, you know, those like little side buildings, like off in the compound, like the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were trying to force me into the pen in there, and they stood in the
pen.
doorway. I was standing in the door. They were standing in the door, and I tried to go past them, and I just straight up died.
Because you opened the door and it killed you.
The door killed the
There's a
sheep.
door on that, but yeah,
It
I
killed him,
died
and he
straight
made this
up.
horrible sound.
And then it was like this for like flash, and I'm standing on this airfield where I said it started. And I'm like, ha! So then I just MCC'd myself back in.
Alright. That's
Would
so
it be
weird because
wrong?
you were supposed to be invulnerable.
Would it be
Well,
wrong if
but
I
not
asked somebody
bullets.
to MCC me from the fog with my BMD? Because that shit was annoying.
We couldn't MCC the BMD. We could spawn an MD1, but
Oh, Kurt, if you do another mission with BMDs, make them make a Halo script for the BMDs and let them airdrop in.
I don't think
I
I should do another mission with BMDs.
BMDs anytime in the future.
Why? BMDs are awesome!
I can't believe you
I
liked
really
them that
like
much
the,
after
I
that
really
mission.
like the tank driving thing, like that, just sitting on top
Well,
of it.
well,
That
Kurt,
was
they are really good, but you just maybe not AI drivers. I don't know.
Well, the human driver position though sucks ass.
Yeah, but you
So
could swap.
bad.
You could swap the gunner and the driver regularly, so everybody gets some extra.
But like, it's like just functioning like as a driver
it's
is
impossible
difficult.
to even do. You can't see anything. You basically just
The
have
thing
to
is,
tell you
the
what
thing
button
is,
to
you,
press when.
I think that's I don't know who made the mod or if that is a standard armor thingy, but you can clearly see 3 viewports from outside, and I don't know, it's kind of cheap.
No, one of the viewports is supposed to be for the right gunner, the right hull gunner.
No, there's really 3 viewports in front of the driver position.
Oh yeah.
Arma
Yeah, they
doesn't
fake
follow
all that.
interiors like that. Yeah, it's just
Only that 113
Yeah, but still,
has
but
that.
and I think that what's it called? The Bradley has that as well.
That's because the Bradley's from VBS, whereas the BMD is from RHS.
I'd also say in some ways as well, an issue possibly is just I got kept pushed into the turned in. Just the gun, even though with the main gun to the team being in HQ. Sort of a glitch in a way. But brilliant mission though, Cook. Nice job.
That was a lot of murder. A lot more murder than I expected.
Cook,
So-
when you were at the getting killed by the A-10, you passed over my body.
Yeah, I was also getting murdered at the same time.
So you know how I broke my legs, Qantas?
I remember that
Yeah,
clearly.
you know why that happened?
I thought you interacted
So,
with the door.
Every time I take all the ammo out of a unit, they realize they're out of ammo and like fucking run away. Like they're like, "Oh shit, I'm out of ammo," and they kept moving. You know how they would move whenever I'm near them? It's because I'm stealing all their ammo. So every time I did that, they would move. I took one guy's and he pushed me into the door and crushed me. So that was one of his way, like, "Fuck you, you can't steal my ammo," so he broke my legs.
Well, he deserves it. I'm honestly surprised they didn't murder you when you stole his sniper rifle out of his hands.
You told me to, so I imagine it was an order from you, Mr. Operator.
Hey, Fadi.
Yep.
This is not related to the armor stuff. I was asking about Steel Beasts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm crashing the game so hard.
When it says to install the game and code meter,
Yep.
I just did the exe on the first thing, and then it just.
So good night, guys.
Good night.
We're going.
I miss you, silly.
I'm gonna be typing for a bit. Should be on Steam.
It didn't prompt me to.
Well, then you need to grab the code meter from the website.
Oh, so for anyone else who's interested, Kurt and I were looking at that. We played this years and years and years and years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's a lot of fun. It's we were thinking we'd probably try and start some of that later tonight or something like that if people are interested. I think the most people played with was like 9 or 10 people. It's stupid good fun. It's free. You can play with keyboard, mouse, joystick, whatever. It's kind of
It's a megabyte, man.
It's like a light strategy. Fly, shoot each other down. You also have boats. You can blow each other up. Base building, kind of a base capturing. It's hard to describe, but it's a lot of fun.
It's weird.
And the it sounds complicated, but the learning curve is actually it's really quick. Like you pick it up and you're just so it's really satisfying. If folks are interested, we would definitely do some of that.
The hell.
It is good fun. Give them all. You just want version 0.78, the newest one on there.
Iron?
It's like 500k. Yeah.
For some reason, for the first 10 minutes, we were calling him a goat.
I don't know why. Going to be a goat, but then I was like, you know what? It should probably
sheep
be a
is
sheep.
more appropriate.
We just were like, why are you a goat? And he's like, oh, fucking sheep.
Takes pride in his sheep heritage.
Prefer to everyone as peasants.
We're moving.
Yeah, that does.
I'm not even kidding. Like every time we talk to you guys, he's like, "Tell the peasants that I am hungry and would like to go outside to graze."
I mean, he does that normally.
We got one down.
Yeah.
I don't see the.
So Ollie, now you. So I should clarify. When we were, now you can see why we. The moment you said you wanted to sign up to be one of the guards of the prisoners, why we just kind of said, we gotta give this to Ollie. Yeah. He's gonna shit himself when he loads in.
So I missed the first 30 seconds, I think, is from the recording, and it was just us silent. There's nothing happens. We're just standing there going, wait, is that?
Did you shoot Nathan?
Is that the Admiral?
You saw?
And then that's when the recording starts, which is me going, holy shit, you're a goat.
That's why I keep thinking these birds are intense, because I know it. Call me a goat one more time.
For you, please tell me your recordings also include his whispering.
But I keep thinking.
I think so.
That's why I keep thinking these birds are intense, because I know it's intense.
Sweet team-speak whisper.
Oh, I hope so.
So
did
this
Aker
is the
work
start.
with those too? So if you were far away, could you not whisper to him?
Yeah. That was great.
Awesome! I was hoping that.
So I'm gonna play the intro right now. So this isn't me talking now. This is me at the intro. What is this? What? Why are you a goat? I mean, a sheep.
Medics are hit. Who's in Silly's head?
But I was not expecting.
You had no idea, did you?
Oh, I had no clue. I was expecting us to be crashed or something.
It was fun. Husen didn't know either, we were looking forward to that. Very few people did.
So I have Husen's reaction when he first saw it, and he's just silent. He's just like, no,
yep.
No, I don't want to deal with this. Did you say 0.78 or 0.74, by the way?
0.78. The newest one.
Thank you.
It's a lot of fun.
Does ping make a difference in this game?
What, man?
Does high ping have any disadvantages in that game?
Probably. High ping
probably more than high, but I don't think it should be.
That's why I keep thinking these birds are
I guess
because I know it was an intent.
It probably matter more than Arma, but...
I have to say it was pretty fun being a section leader.
Did you? Yeah. Oh, good. Good.
I think I'll edit that and have some of those things up tonight. I kind of want to upload the whole thing, but there is a lot of us waiting around.
Yeah.
Which is still
That was
pretty funny,
the mission
but
itself is definitely.
I'd
I'd
rather
I'll
just make a bunch of clips.
One
I'll make a bunch of
question.
clips and what's in the playlist.
Do we have ability to
He was
resupply,
so
or
close.
do I need to use
Flies
my
by and we're like,
ammo?
We were just sitting there watching you laughing our asses off as it comes in and guns run.
So the first one, and then the second one comes in, we're like, oh, that's just fucking not fair.
That's the starting.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was really not fair.
I've never been on the receiving end of a rap before. That was pretty intense.
Honestly, there was like a time when we were all in a building and it was just doing passes over us, like really low passes with gun runs like everywhere, and we were just like all sitting in this one little
The thing
one-room
is,
house.
Zach got blown up by the second A10, and after that he just lost all motivation, disconnected.
Well, he
That's
drove
such
out
a-
there,
Is that when he
like,
quit?
well, he drove out there like 3-4 separate times and getting blown up each time.
Yeah.
No, one time he disconnected because he had internet problems, Fadi. I think he got blown up at least. Not so much, but yeah.
Yeah, so the second when we kind of got pinned inside a building for the second A10, and that's when we basically just lost any motivation to try and deal with the damnable things. So we started spawning, or we tried to get some Su-27s in there to shoot it down, which apparently didn't fucking work. Good job, A10. You air to air.
It distracted him for a while.
It wouldn't have been so bad if like one or two of the infantry guys even had at least had iglas
That's why I
or
keep
something.
thinking these
But
birds.
nothing.
No, those wouldn't have helped.
Those
He would have just flared it right
Why?
away. He would have just flared it.
Well, if you like one flares,
No,
you
the very.
well, okay. Okay, next mission, replace BMDs with shield cars or Tunguskars. Just for the fun.
You'd still lose the.
I do kind of want to do a mission.
Yeah, because we're never using any of the AA vehicles. That would be kind
That's
of
true,
cool.
but like at the point when you have enough air to
stepping
warrant
off
players
these.
being in Tunguskas, it kind of gets ridiculous.
What about what I just posted?
Kurt, use the shield car, and that you can use against infantry as well.
fighting
So,
vehicles, yeah.
yeah.
Christ.
Well, it might work better with the Avenger, because I mean, I think it's got 50 cal on it.
Nah, Avengers shit.
That'll just get shot. I mean, the A10 will just put him everywhere.
Hey, hold on, I gotta get out of here.
I like decoys suggestion though.
Pivots.
Pivots?
Nah.
Yes.
I want my shield car.
Lou, I want you to keep up and move to the top of the hill while we're watching this position.
Okay, I got
Spawn
it.
thing that's dead on the other side.
Okay.
We're moving.
I think it was in the
Visual open fire.
the sort of
Yeah, visual from here. Alright, fire.
Keep on moving.
Alright, keep
I can
moving.
see it from right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Stinger missiles.
Yeah, set fire on the road.
Lou, keep on moving. Don't shoot from here.
Rage, man.
We're firing
Stand.
on the move. Keep going.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear. Yeah, don't be a player.
Thought you wanted to shoot it down, right?
I think I see two of them.
We engaged. Police fire team.
Come on, damn it, Fletcher. Oh,
Moving.
fucking hell.
Your
I
head
think I saw one of our guys get hit.
think.
And just
Yeah, no, I just spam. I just.
Come on, damn it, Fletcher. You can do. Lost Zach. James.
Back up.
A10 is coming in.
I think I
And you, Fletcher.
Back up.
A10 is coming in.
I think I
And you, Fletcher.
lights me up.
Oh,
it
that's
didn't
not
hit
so
anybody
good.
else, so my command was effective, but I was...
A10 is coming in.
A lot of people.
Is it a rocket run too? Oh, Christ.
Oh yeah, I have that. I'm gonna upload the whole fucking cash run on. I didn't get hit once by it though.
Oh yeah,
What?
the rocket.
How did you? Seriously?
I didn't get hit by one of its runs. I
Yeah,
don't know
he
how.
was-
Shitting me.
Yeah. I was
Wow.
when I was gun run. I was talking about the second
yeah.
A10 when we were down in this town.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The first
But Daz, you didn't get hit
A10
at
dropped
all?
a rocket on us, and we were just seconds away from getting legs on someone and getting the fuck off that hill. And I was just making sure everyone was good. All of us, like it must have been 6 of us because there was like 3 down dudes and a couple people helping them.
Oh, that's nuts. Oh, Fadi has a link of it too. As painful as it was, that was pretty darn cool. I don't think that's happened to most of us before. And frankly, Susan and I were talking about we kind of like let's do it as possible. I mean, we basically lost the mission right there. So if it wasn't for MCC, it would have been done. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, but how was
it? It's like the same thing.
Did anyone get hit by the Black Hawk that was taken off?
No. Poor bro.
I mean, I got shot on when I was on the ground.
Get on that stinger.
I can't. That thing is broken.
I think that got hurt or someone who was right in earlier. I was watching that when I was on spectator cam or whatever.
Oh yeah, I got fucking laid out by that Gatling gun on the side of that Black Hawk that was on the ground. I ran by it and just opened up on it.
I have to say my favorite part was when we were just climbing hills and I was moving up behind the infantry. I don't know. That was nice. Because the mechanized infantry playstyle or whatever, or just usage of the IV is cool.
Holy hell, Fadi.
We should do more mechanized
That
infantry
first gun
stuff.
run. Brutal equipment?
We should do more mechanized infantry stuff, that's what I said.
Yeah, but...
We haven't had lately. Last couple of weeks, it's been all over the place.
Well, we also played the last couple of weeks where missions have been annihilated in them.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that doesn't... But, you have to figure these missions... I mean, how long ago, Kirk, did you start working on this? Over a week ago.
Yeah, it was like a month ago.
Okay, yeah, I mean, there's not... The turnaround on these things for people who haven't done any mission making is not immediate. The very few times we've done trying to make a mission in a single week, most of the time it's been a disaster. Occasionally it's gone okay, but for the most part it's usually been very, very poor. So, especially like Fadi was saying, if we try and do mech infantry or anything with a lot of support assets, like, I mean, you have to be able to know you're going to have X many players, otherwise. So it's like this one. I mean, this one was basically designed for 4 sections with 2 BMDs, and at the time Kurt was building it, like, we thought we'd be able to have that, and we ended up with about half the players we expected we would have. So it's really rough to do that kind of stuff. And we don't have enough people making missions. We don't have any backlog of missions. So we can't simply say, oh, well, we don't think we're going to get enough people, let's run something else. Especially not the way we do signups, where they go up 20 days, we give people 10 days what they want to do. Like, it's kind of a dick move to then swap to something else, or even if we just had like a repository of missions to pick from on Tuesday or whatever. Like we don't even have that. It's taking most of the effort that we've got just to make sure we have something to play every week. Which is why Quex and I have been so upfront about trying to get people to learn how to make missions and doing everything we can to help them.
Of course, another way around this is to play a bunch of smaller missions on Saturday, which is something I think we've done once or twice in the past.
That's true, and the response.
And those can be done in a week or week and a half, honestly, like 30 minutes or something. 30 minutes to an hour.
We have nothing.
Even the first couple of runs of hard landing were an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
But still, 2 1-hour missions is a pretty good game for today.
Yeah, they don't all be 3-hour grind slugs. We just want to
free software stuff for you guys? I don't know.
I'm dead right now.
Pull back.
It isn't that hard though. So for anyone who's interested, you can ask anytime in IRC. Honestly, like Mondays in particular, Chris and I, we just hang out on TeamSpeak all night.
That A10 footage, Foddy. Holy hell. That sucks so much.
It's pretty cool though. As much as it fucked up the mission, that was neat.
I think it was around that point in time we kind of just gave up being the guards and just watched you.
Yeah, and that's understandable. At that point, we were probably about 2 hours late getting to you, so...
I think it was around the 2.5, 3-hour mark right there.
No, it's not.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, get in the building.
I don't even know what happened to the first A10. I just saw it at some point started going towards the ground, and then it blew up, which made me really happy.
I assume the pilot died, but I don't know. I had nothing to do with it.
I know what happened.
Oh, did Lumps MCC the pilot death?
Lumps might have been the pilot.
The A10, I became the pilot and performed a landing on a side road. Got out of the A10.
How do you take control of units with MCC?
Hijack.
Can you?
There's a hijack button next to your panel mini free. I was like, is that A10 still fucking Viagra? Fuck it.
Dude, that thing was
I couldn't be
still
bothered
fucking harassing us the entire time.
Flying off
Yeah.
and then crashing
So
just took over it and
Oh, I'm
crashed
glad
it.
you did that. Honestly, that was a great call because, like Quex and Foddy and a couple others, like they were saying, they went through a half a dozen Iglas at least.
More.
And
Yeah, because when I took over, I was quite disorientated because suddenly I'm flying an 18, and I was like, well, I'll just kind of hold Z and then just kind of stall, glide down, and land on a road. But I was like, I was just hoping that like he hadn't come back around to the time I was finding the unit to come into, and I was going to land it like on top of you and get out of here next to me.
So,
well, you know, I mean, to be fair. Sorry, Ollie, I do have to make this because it's a stupid
go ahead.
I'm obligated. Just to be fair, Lumps, when you said you did jump in, you were pretty disoriented. I would expect it's difficult to fly an A10, you know, with hooves and training.
With hooves, yeah, probably pretty difficult.
God damn
He
it.
probably deserved that.
Really? Was that necessary?
Yes.
It was